part of this community policing presentation. And I'd like to thank the Martin Luther King Association for hosting this event. I have a couple of my block captains that are here from neighborhood that I would like to recognize. Manalita and Virginia, please stand up. These are the two block captains from my neighborhood that whatever that I do in the community, if it's in a meeting or whatever that I wanted to do in the community, all I have to do is to go there and knock on the door and let them know, and they will be the one to go around in the neighborhood and make sure that everybody knows what's going on in the neighborhood. And I'd like to recognize my lovely husband that is here today. My husband never goes to any event that I go to. Never from all these years that I've been doing, and be part of, the community and what I do. Today is his very first time that he was able to come with me. I said, honey, I need your support. I want you to sit right there in the audience when I'm there doing the presentation. Honey, I love you so much, and that's what a couple means, to stand behind your wife, or either me standing behind you. Start with, you must have a passion. What I mean by that, you've got to have a strong emotion and desire to continue doing something that you believe in. It doesn't matter how hard it is, you'll always find a way to get through it. Passion and attitude goes hand in hand. Change your entire life for the better if you have a good attitude. Improving this attitude affects everyone around you. They believe in you, trust you, and want to support you. We all must learn to generate more passion for where you work, your career, or in your community. You have the ability to motivate yourself to concentrate on your purpose, to get yourself excited about what you do. Improving your attitude makes your day fly by. You wake up excited to work. You make the right decisions. You get more time to do in less time. My passion is my community. I really do love serving my community. This is not about me. This is never about me. But it's about the people that I serve. It's very important to serve others. And I truly believe, serving others, we can complete and succeed in whatever that we do. And I take pride in the work that I do to improve the quality of life in the community. We must continue to work with the police department. Seeing the chief over here, he remembers when he come in the neighborhood, I said, Chief, I wanted to go with you and do, the round, the drive around in the neighborhood. He was so surprised when I tell him where the hot spots are and who lives over here and who are these people are. Even, the business people. I make it my business to know who lives there in the neighborhood. How many of us are here that knows who lives next door to you? Can I see some hands? Oh, great. Oh, what a great audience that is. Yes, it's very important, for us to know who lives next door to you. It makes a difference. What a better way of you living comfortably in your neighborhood, knowing, who lives next door to you. You live there and feel comfortable without, knowing and wondering, I don't know who this man is that lives next door to me. There's a lot of people in and out, of his house. But a better way, to know your neighbors is to go there and talk with them. The meeting that I'm going came out and said, there's a lot of breaking in the cars over here in the neighborhood. So I decided, okay, since you brought that up, let's organize the neighborhood watch. And this is one of my favorite that I do in the neighborhood. I call it knock and talk. This is an effective way of communication and an outreach, to the neighborhood. Take your time to talk with your neighbors. You'll be so surprised, to hear, the comments that you share with them that they're the same. But you have to let them open up, to tell you, what issues that they have and to share with them. And this is one of my block captains that I was happy to be there, passing out, the flyers for the meeting. And what a better way to interact, one-on-one, with the people in the neighborhood. These are the neighborhood watch meetings that I organize, back to back, in order to prevent crime, to decrease crime and violence in the neighborhood. This was a priority for me to organize the neighborhood watch in the community. Complaining is one thing, and doing something about it is another. And all those people that came in the meeting, they all came with questions. And I said, we can make a difference in our community by us working together. If you see any suspicious activity or whatnot, it's better for you to call, the police. We are the eyes and ears in the neighborhood for them. They don't know what's going on in the neighborhood if you don't pick up that phone and make a phone call. It's better to be safe than sorry. Don't we all agree? So even though, it's not an emergency or whatnot, but it's always better, to make that phone call if you're not sure if it's, a bad activity or whatever that's going on in the community. And this is my community captain here with me. I was happy to go around in the neighborhood and I was sharing some information, with them. This block captain of mine, me and her, we have a habit. If there is something going on down in the street where she's living at, she'll pick up the phone and call me. And I said, if there's an emergency, please pick up the phone and call 911. Because by the time that you call me, it might be too late. So please, call 911 first. But we get things done. She called and I called, and then I called others. We have to create, that relationship and to make sure that everybody knows, what's going on in the neighborhood. So this way the police knows, okay, there is something really happened here. Let's pay attention to this part, of the community. And treat it as your own. This is the part that we have in the community that I fought for it for around 4 or 5 years. The PRNS said, Alofa, there's no money. I said, yeah, there is money. If it's not enough for this year, please put it in the bank. Save it in the bank. And then that happens. They continue until they have enough money. So this is the part in our neighborhood that right now is under construction. I'm that person that I refuse to take a no for an answer. If I believe the people in the neighborhood would benefit from it, I will do whatever it takes. And let me share you something that happened, I believe it was a couple of years ago. This was the grocery store in my neighborhood. They wanted to apply for off-sale alcohol. Our neighborhood was so concentrated with alcohol, liquor store, left and right. You know what? We came over here. The planning department approved it twice. I said, okay, I'm not through with you. I want to come back. You know what I did? I appealed it. We went and filled up the bus with all different people, the elderly people, the young ones, and the youth. We came over here and we raised hell. Everyone stood up and said, we don't get any more alcohol in our neighborhood. The young one that was joining our team that night was an 8-year-old Spanish young girl. She was so ready to come up here and spoke. We do not need any more alcohol in my neighborhood. Those people out there, they listened to us. You know what happened? We went home victory. We won. Because all of us, the neighborhood, we organized and come over here with the same message: enough alcohol in our neighborhood. We wanted to see more after-school program in our neighborhood instead of those liquor stores. And then another thing about the neighborhood watch is the safety of everyone that lives over there. I'm that kind of person. I go around and make my rounds in the whole neighborhood. I make it a habit. This way you know what's going on in the neighbors, and even with the business people that are doing business in your community. It happened I ran to one of these store owner, and I said, "Good morning, sir, how are you doing?" "I'm not doing okay." I said, "What's the matter?" "Somebody break in my restaurant and stole about 3 or 4 of those big screen TVs. I said, "Is the police aware of it?" And he said, "Yes." And I said, "Okay, let me make a phone call." I make a phone call right there in this place to the police captain, to the Foothill police captain. His name was Captain Sterner. I said, "Captain, are you aware of what's going on over here in my community?" And he said, "No." I said, "Okay, I wanted to meet with you over here at this place so I can show you what's going on." He came the next day in that same place, and he went upstairs with the owner of this place. That's how those kids, they get to, up there and vandalize and steal and do whatever. And then he came down and said, "Alofa, I'm going to work on this." The following day, he gave me a call, and he said, "Alofa, guess what?" I said, "What happened?" He said, "We got that person that was vandalizing, one of your neighborhood, merchants over there." I said, "Okay, that's what I want to hear. That's exactly what I want to hear." I believe in all of us working together. The police chief, he cannot do it by himself. Fagno cannot do it by himself. But I believe in all of us working together. Stand with them. Stand behind them. I don't care where you stand, but stand with them. We can all make a difference. Do we all agree to that?
Yes.
Yes. Working together with the police department. I know most of the time, all you hear is complaining. Complain is one thing, but doing something about it is another. We are all here to come up with ideas. How can we all make it better? How can we all make it better? Bring your ideas. Let's be part of the solution instead of part of the problem. And I like to believe, this with these quotes that I have. We are here to be united. We are not here to divide. We are here to share. We are not here to compare. We are here to encourage. We are not here to discourage. We are here to participate. We are not here to discriminate. I can do what you can do. You can do what I can do. And together, we can do so many, many things. That is the quote from Mother Teresa. And thank you so much for listening to my presentation. And I am willing, to help you if you're trying to organize a neighborhood watch in your area. I'm open. Just give me a phone call. I'm that kind of person. I like to share, what I know and what I do in my community. And I believe in sharing. Love one another.